What's good? We back. It's about Lincoln Moore. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella and super early morning grind. I had to come in and work on Saturday, sitting in my office. But yeah, Danny Jacobs clapped back at Jermall Charlo. Charlo twin that called him out at middleweight. It's gonna come up. The tweet gonna come up, seeing what Danny said, and you know. Talk is cheap, man, on both sides. You know, Charlo been calling him out. It ain't happened. Eddie Hearn said he didn't want it to happen. I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn and HBO relayed that to Danny Jacobs because he failed to mention Jermall Charlo's name after his last fight. Obviously, he bolted over to Eddie Hearn and HBO. When Jermall Charlo got up to 160, I'm not saying that's a coincidence, but, hey, you know, that's what he chose to do. And, you know, we want to see the fight, but now, you know, the networks may not, you know, want it to happen. HBO got a lot of money invested into middleweights already for Charlo to come over there and damage one of them, you know. But here we go. Danny Jacobs verified. Don't worry, baby, Cub. Future of boxing. That's Jermall Charlo's boxing Twitter handle. Your time is coming. Unlike your last opponent, both my legs still work, and I'm ready for that child's play. You say only Lions ready for 100 bomb. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, he had to say something because he said he was going to whoop his ass in his own backyard of Brooklyn. And for me, you know, for HBO to fight, let me explain this. The fight probably doesn't make sense for HBO. And from a business standpoint, sometimes you got to put yourself in a business position because HBO's money got tied up with Sergey. Well, they're working with Shevchenko. They're trying to, even though he's a premier boxing champion fighter. They wanted him to face Demetrius Andrade, so they like working with him. They got a 3-fight deal on Andrade. He on his second fight. Danny Jacobs got a 5 or 6 fight deal. He won fight in. They work close with Luis Arias as well. He said he's been in contact with HBO recently. Triple G Canelo, obviously. You know, and you know, they got some money tied up. You know, for Jermall Charlo to come over there and potentially beat Danny Jacobs. Now, if this guy was a hype job and he couldn't fight, and it was, you know, but he had the cachet that he has right now, and they felt Danny Jacobs was really gonna win, may that be the scenario. You know, they probably would take their risk. But you know, they know Jermall Charlo Trill. It's a tough fight for both fighters, and you know, basically, Eddie and HBO want to hold out hope for Jacobs, you know, potentially get a Canelo Triple G type of fight. I don't think it's gonna happen, because Peter Nelson said he got to create the demand. And obviously, you know, Danny Jacobs could have fought Jermall Charlo for the interim WBC title belt. He was the number 3 contender, you know, number 2 contender, well, 3 contender, because Charlo's number 1, and Canelo's fighting Triple G now. So then they skipped over him and went to Hugo Centennial Jr. That's telling me that Danny Jacobs declined that fight. Eddie Hearn's already said it. I did a video several times that they're not interested in fighting Jermall Charlo. You know, they're going to say the money's not there, but what better way to create demand for a fight than beating an undefeated fighter, you know, who's American in an all-American class, who's willing to come to your backyard in Brooklyn, and that talks trash, and the build-up is going to be epic. What better way? I don't think Danny Jacobs wants to work because, you know, Eddie Hearn has shown the ability to let his fighters, you know, veer off the path like Kell Brook. You know, if Danny Jacobs really wanted to fight this man, you know, it would have been happening tonight, you know, around this right now. You know, but I don't think he wants to fight him, honestly. He wants to wait for Triple G and Canelo. And you know, can you blame him? You know, that's probably a $5 million payday for him, you know, or somewhere in there. And, you know, it's business. It's business, and, you know, you got to look at it from that way. You know, we would love to see that fight, and that would create demand for a Triple G and Canelo and put pressure on him. He'd have been an interim WBC champion if he fought Charlo, but he passed on it, and he going to go another route. We gone.